Hey guys, my name is Courtney Martin. I am going to post my PowerPoint with my video because Loom is not working on my laptop. All right, so my introduction, my personal career reflection and self-assessment report by me. Like I said, my name is Courtney Martin. I'm currently a prevention specialist at Piedmont Community Services in Martinsville, Virginia. I graduated with my bachelor's from Ferrum College in 2020, and I will be walking in May with my MSP. So, like I said, I'm currently a prevention specialist at Piedmont Community Services, and I'm also a cheerleader. I work part-time at the YMCA, and I'm a mentor. So, because I work for Piedmont and I work at the YMCA, we teamed up to collaborate a mentoring program for the youth for ages 13 through 18. So we're focusing on teenagers. And what we do, we provide support and care and not necessarily services, but we're there just in case if they need somebody to talk to, somebody to open up to, they don't feel comfortable sharing things with their parents, so they have us to talk to. And I enjoy it a whole lot. It has helped me grow as a person and as a woman, and also with what I want to do in life, focusing on becoming a counselor or a therapist. It has helped me a whole lot. So also a prevention specialist, if any of you guys do not know what that is, I basically work to reduce the incidence of negative social issues through education, outreach, and program development. I focus on areas like substance abuse, suicide prevention, mental health prevention, and more, and so on and so on. So with that, I work with 4th graders, 6th graders, 9th graders, and I also work with adults where I teach about mental health, suicide prevention, drug prevention, alcohol prevention, and I provide education and knowledge on why to not do it and how to prevent doing it, and also if they do become addicted, how to deal and how to handle and how to cope with that. So my goal in life is to be a school psychologist or a school counselor or an outpatient therapist. So my goal, my focus right now is anything that aligns with a clinical position or anything that will help me help others. I've always wanted to be a school counselor, and as I gone through this term, through these classes, I want to become somebody that's there for somebody that cares about them, not only there that cares about them, but can also support them. And that is definitely my calling. That's definitely my passion, helping people, supporting them, and caring for them. So I chose 3 assessments. One was Yourself First. The other one was Blossom Up. And the third one was Insightful Traits. They seemed very interesting to me, and they were cheaper from my knowledge. They were like $1.95, something like that, versus paying something else. I enjoyed the quizzes, and they made me think hard about my personality. Not only that, it made me dig deeper and to really look at my life and at myself as where I was as a child, a middle school, high school, college student, and now as an adult, how I have maneuvered and how I've operated throughout life, and what has helped me and what I prefer that has made me me and has made me better in life. So the summary of my assessment results. So in Insightful Traits, I'm an ENFG, and I forge victories not from skill, but from golden potential within every heart they touch. So that was basically like the little saying for Insightful Traits. So my key attributes is that I'm inspiring, I empower people, I'm a visionary, and I'm unifying. I also have that loaded on my PowerPoint, so when you get a chance, you can check that. Yourself First, I'm adaptable, I'm resourceful, I'm collaborative, I communicate very well, I'm creative, and I'm innovative. And Blossom Up, I specialize in areas such as special education, STEM education. I have leadership roles, and I'm great with professional growth opportunities, and I offer opportunities for me that will help me, or that basically explain my personality, is offering opportunities to teach at a college level and to contribute to their success. I also posted my results. So basically, Blossom Up, the key challenges is equity in education, teacher retention, standardized testing, Basically, that's how I would blossom up. That's how I would be in my career position. It talks about what I would do or what would be better or beneficial for me based on what I scored or what I've answered in that quiz. My key skills and my strengths. So my communication, empathy, I have emotional intelligence, I have patience, and I'm resilient. It also talks about leadership and how mentorship is very important, how I inspire others, and how I'm good at monitoring and problem solving, which can relate to me a whole lot because that is what I do on a daily. I problem solve, I mentor, and I help, and I educate. So yourself first, it talked about my core personality traits and my work preferences. So it talked about openness, extroversion, and agreeableness, how I cooperate, I'm empathetic, I'm team-oriented, I'm energized by social interactions, and I enjoy exploring new ideas and adapting to change, which also relates to how I am as a person. I have learned to adapt. I've went to 2 high schools, 2 different colleges. I've learned to maneuver, adapt, and learn and to change, and I enjoy doing that. My work preferences is I talk about. I agree with structure, adaptability, collaboration, and stability. I love stability. That is something I prefer, and that's my preference. I love having stability and structure. I love order. Also talked about creative thinking, practical thinking, self-learning, and also technical proficiency. Insightful traits talks about how I have charisma and altruism. I thrive to foster connections. I'm nurturing. I enjoy nurturing growth in others. Understanding the people. I love to inspire, and I love to lead with rare authenticity. All right. And so that describes me as well. That is what I am as a person. Any of my friends will say that. Any of my family members, coworkers, that's how I am as a person. And then blossom up my career profile of what I would possibly do with what I scored or what I've answered to. So basically, it focused on education. Yourself first focused on me being a music producer or a designer. And Insightful Traits talked about me as being, basically saying that I strive in environments where I can inspire, lead, and make a tangible difference in people's lives. And that would definitely align with being a therapist, being a counselor, and helping people. So that is me. That's a little bit about me, and I hope you guys have a great day.